I'm gonna throw a curveball at you right now. 1 second. I saw you might have saw me like shake my head and do a double take because I saw this and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Um, but give me 1 second. I want your opinion on this take here. All right. Can you read that, or do you need me to read it for
you. I can make it out for the most part. Yeah.
you? Well, I'm going to read it for our viewers anyway. So this guy, don't know who he is, but he's going to get some rub today. Johnny Magic 23. So I'm assuming he's a Magic fan. Would Trae Young fit on this current iteration of the Orlando Magic? Let's assume Atlanta was retooling around Murray, DeJounte Murray, and we could acquire Young without touching our core three. Let's not get too caught up with the trade details. Just really wondering everyone's thoughts on Trae and his fit with the Orlando Magic. If not, please share why. But Johnny, we're going to give you some love on this podcast. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life with this current Magic team as, they're currently constructed. I actually tagged you and Cortez on the retweet that I just did.
Okay.
The fuck you think about this?
This is we're going to be seeing a lot of odd trade ideas for the Magic this season from people who are trying to get in on the hype train that will be the Magic throughout the season. What it is everybody knows that we need shooting. A lot of people who don't watch us would say, we need a specific kind of guard, maybe even a specific type of point guard. But we're going to be seeing a lot of trade suggestions and ideas from teams or with players on teams that are middle of the pack, I guess you could say. And for the first time ever, or for the first time in a long time, Orlando might actually be a destination where people aren't just closing the door on the idea of going to. So we're going to be seeing a lot of this, but no, Trae Young, he doesn't fit what kind of guard the Magic's looking for. I think it's pretty clear what the Magic want. They have it in Fultz. He's just not on the court enough. And they have the redundancy, the backup in Anthony Black. They want a big guard who can guard and play defense. And hopefully they can. This is the problem with Black and Fultz. Knock down a shot. Hopefully they can knock down a 3-point shot. But in terms of what we've been seeing with the Magic currently this season is that we're finding out more and more that the ball needs to be in Paolo and Franz's hands. And I don't know if bringing in a guy like Trae puts us over the top, because at this point, this is what we're talking about. The playoff experience in this team is good enough to be in the playoffs the next couple of years anyways, if they're just healthy with this current roster. So whatever we do needs to be looked at in the light of what puts us over the top in terms of takes us from a regular playoff team to we're a conference final or even a title contender. And I'm not sure with the way this team is built around its defense, around Paolo and Franz, if Trae is the right kind of guard to bring in. He does get a lot of assists, and of course everybody knows he puts up points. But he's lacking on the defensive end, of course. And I just don't think he fits the mindset of this team. And to be honest, even though he is a star, our stars are already here. Paolo's here. I don't want anybody taken away from Paolo and Franz, if I'm being honest. I know what Trae brings to the court, but I don't like him specifically for this Magic team. And I'm not saying, I'm not knocking Trae. I think he's amazing. I'm just saying on this current Magic team, I don't think that's going to be what could put us over the hump. There's other guards I would take and have to give up less for than Trae.
I'll be the dickhead because you're too nice. I wouldn't want Trae Young nowhere near my team if I'm the Orlando Magic, and this is why. One, he's a coach killer and he's a team killer, and he's only great in his own mind. Let me just be perfectly clear here. Duncan Robinson can hit threes. Like, that doesn't impress me. Yeah, he drops a lot of assists, but he also drops a lot of turnovers as well. You're correct.
Mm.
He can't spell defense. He's too small. He doesn't even try on the defensive end, which is not the identity that you guys have right now. The love for Markelle Fultz, I would never get it. He's trash. But Anthony Black is going to be, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's fucking trash. I don't get why y'all suck his dick all the time. Anthony Black is going to be special. Jalen Suggs now is starting to hit that corner three, okay? Which takes some of the pressure off of Anthony Black or Markelle Fultz having to shoot three because Suggs is doing it right now, and we know Cole can come off the bench and hit threes. This shit, Trae Young is one. Okay, let's back up. You guys had Vince Carter for a long time, and I'm not talking about the Vince Carter Magic years. But Vince Carter was one of those NBA players who was flashy and put up a lot of points and did absolutely zero for the NBA. Nothing. Like nothing. You never thought Vince Carter was going to help a team win a championship. Ever. And Trae Young right now is in that boat. Like he's not great. He's not a great player. He's a decent player who has one thing going for him. He's not Stephen Curry. He'll never be Stephen Curry. He doesn't need to be nowhere near this team, okay? You guys are good as you are. The type of veteran that you need to bring in, even though you did bring in Ingles in the offseason, is not this type of veteran, okay? Not an immature piece of shit who thinks it's all about him. And that's exactly what he fucking is. And no one else will say it, but I'll say it. So this take right here is absolutely horrible.
There's no, like, I really don't think an Orlando Magic fan or someone who's been watching the team is going to agree with this at all.